The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to another FxEdge Power Hour. I'm Marcello Ducille. Today's April 29th, 2013. I'm going to do today what I've done for years, which is an analysis of the markets and evaluation of our strategies, which are based upon the 5 p.m. Eastern Time, close of our daily bars and our 4-hour bars. Thereafter, we will have a brief questions and answers session, so please prepare your questions for me. Let's go ahead and get started here. All right, so I'm going to start with our STP series. A couple things I want to say about that. I am actually in the process of designing a new version for the STP that's just a lot more stable in these market conditions. And so I'm looking forward to making that transition, bringing that over. So look forward to that. That's coming up. Let's talk about where we are here in the market. Swing Trader Pro Series. All right, so the swing, basically starting with the euro dollar here, you can see here that we had a good amount of movement to the upside here on the euro dollar. And, essentially we've been held in this area of consolidation, back and forth in the markets since, I would say, right around, actually since the beginning of April. So here we are, we're still in the same range. We've had no net movement in the market. We had a reversal candle that formed right here at the low at the support area. What looked like a reversal candle again to the sell side here, and then you can see two candles move to the upside against us, or I should say against the overall market direction. Okay, so we have had a consolidation. This is essentially consolidation. Guys, we saw a big push down in the markets followed by a consolidation, and that's what we're looking at right now. So in a consolidation scenario, what you should do is, in most cases, is that you're supposed to err on the side of of consolidation, of course, which is a ranging market. All right, so that's what my recommendation is as far as this is concerned. We've had 2 days up, and we're actually abutting an area of support and resistance. And if I can actually show you the true area of support and resistance here. Got so many lines on here, it doesn't even make any sense. Some of these are not even necessary anymore for the time being. Let me get rid of this. It's irrelevant. Now, I spend a lot of time on the euro dollar because it is my currency pair of choice, even up till now. This is what I like to trade, and it's because it makes me money. So I trade the euro yen. Sometimes I will pick up an Aussie trade if I feel as though the market is giving us a trade that we just cannot walk away from because of the probabilities. But in general, euro dollar has been fairly consistent. So the euro dollar, euro yen are actually my favorite pairs to trade in the market. So here we have it, guys. You can see the trend line that I have to the upside, and this is a resistance point. You can see that price is bouncing off this area. So from the very peak, the swing high of our entire move up, where our move down had started here, initiated, you can see that we have this railroad tracks formation which confirms it, and we actually have price action right on this area as well for the time being. Now you can also see that we're forming some form of a flag here, and we are once again in the apex, and we should be looking for a breakout of that apex in the next couple of days. And so that's what we have here on this euro dollar. We should most likely, unless we have an injection of new information into the market, we can probably expect a continuation of this ranging in the euro dollar and also the other currency pairs. All right, so here's the euro dollar. We do have a change from red to green, gives us a buy signal here. And like I said, we're in a ranging consolidating market. We're basically looking for 65 pips to the upside here, and absolutely it's possible for us to see it. My recommendation would be to use a 50% trend percent there, just to make sure that we move to break even and we do not get stopped out in the event that the market does turn back and does sell off for where it is currently. Okay, because we are abutting a area of resistance here at the top on that trend line I've just drawn for you. So that's my only issue. All right, so let's go on to the dollar Swiss. The dollar Swiss, basically we have had a nice reversal candle at the top, and we've had nice movement to the downside. Now we're getting a sell trade, just like we had a buy trade on the euro dollar, and it's also abutting an area of support. It's coming into it's going to come into conflict with this signal, because we have the 50 EMA, we have the 200 EMA here, and they are basically going to potentially hold price where they are. So if the market respects these areas, as they generally do, unless we have good information that's going to push us through this point, we're more likely than not going to see some form of turbulence, of push to the upside. So not my strongest signal. I personally don't like to take the euro dollar buy and the dollar Swiss sell at the same time, and so I can't make any recommendations about your account, but I can tell you that for me personally, I would take both of those trades. All right, so here's 94.0. So basically we have a change from green to red here, gets us into a sell, and we're basically looking for on this trade about 70 pip take profit, 70 pips of risk on this trade as well. And so if I had to choose, I would probably get rid of the euro dollar trade, most likely, if I had to choose. All right, so the pound dollar. Pound dollar also had been in a range. You can see that it did have good movement to the upside. It tested the 15500 area here before coming down slightly and forming a reversal candle. Not a huge amount of range here, about 70 pips of range on the pound dollar on the day. So it wasn't a massive amount of movement, and that reversal candle should not be considered as strong because it's just simply not very big at all. But we're still, we're actually right outside of the range. We've crossed an area of support and resistance. It'll be interesting to see what happens from here on this pound dollar. As far as I'm concerned, it is an ambiguous signal, and there's nothing that's clear-cut as far as this particular currency pair. But we do not have a trade. All right, here on the pound yen, we do have a sell. We have a change from green to red. You can see here that we've kind of consolidated. We've got a double top formation here. Either we're going to see this thing just drop right down to this lower area, which would be nice for this particular trade, or we're going to see it pop up and break that high. This is actually the side of the trade that I prefer to be on, actually, to be honest with you, because we already have that double top. That 153.50 area is a very strong area of resistance. I would rather my stop loss be on the other side of that 153.50 area, but where it is right now bodes well for a potential move down, which we're only looking for a few pips to hit our first take profit. So entry 151.48, stop loss at 153.03, and take profit at 150.92. Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar here. Aussie dollar, once again, playing with this area of support and resistance at the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. We basically had a nice big push up on the day, but we're still in a consolidation. So we could see a sell-off here, and if we do see price move above here, it's actually counter to probabilities, because we have had so much consolidation in this pair. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. But the likelihood is that this 50 EMA, 200 EMA areas of support and resistance will hold, and we could see a push back down to 1.0288, or at least a market hesitation in that area. but no trade there for us as well. All right, so the euro yen, we did jump into a sell. We had that double top formation that I mentioned on the pound yen. Very same thing. Okay, price moved down. It moved out in our direction very, very strongly. We had 130 pip take profit. We hit our first take profit. That was nice. Had a maximum favorable excursion of about 200 pips, and we're currently sitting in the market about 109 pips here. Now, things that I like and do not like about where we are here. You know, this was an area of support and resistance at about 127.50, and we have this doji that's formed right on that area of support and resistance, which generally, when you have a doji that tests the low, it bodes well for a reversal. So this could easily be an evening star pattern that you know, is going to push up. But I you know, like I said, I really do think that there's an opportunity for the market to continue to run down. Euro yen, we hit 130 pip take profit here, and we are currently up on the second position, about 100 pips, 95 pips at this juncture. All right, let's take a look at our 4-hour trades quickly. We had a nice IBO here, as you can see. Love it when that happens. Clear-cut IBOs. 25 pips of risk. First take profit, hit. Maximum favorable excursion of 48 pips. And you can see where we are here. And that's our IBO. We're currently still up on that trade. And let's switch over to our IBO Rev. So we had this massive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bar, 9 bar IBO here. We had a breakout. Candle 1, candle 2. We're on candle 2 here, and we could easily see a sell on this trade here. So we're looking for a sell here, basically 40 pips of risk here on this trade, and we would be looking for it to hit a first take profit at about 130.39. $130.38. Okay, and we have kind of a double reversal candle formation here. Honestly, to be real with you, this market is just not really cooperating. Everything's all over the place. We've got pound yen sells, pound yen euro yen sells. We've got what looks like a pound dollar buy bias. We have a euro dollar, you know, buy bias, dollar Swiss. You know, we just have so many different things that are going on in the market right now. Aussie dollars, you know, showing us buy or sell bias. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got a lot of consolidation, a lot of ranging in the market, and nothing's extremely clear cut as far as today is concerned. And I think that will clear itself up as we get, you know, we watch the week develop and unfold. All right, so let's take a look at our FxEdge Quattro. Now this chart has been very good in giving us very clear signals and showing us where the market really wants to go and what it wants to do. The other day I actually called this head and shoulders pattern here. I wanted to see it make more money. I wanted to see it go up higher. Didn't quite happen there. But it did make profit, and that's the most important thing. You know, we had about you know, you could have had a very small risk on this trade, and then you would have been able to have a maximum favorable excursion up to 110 pips. Usually when I see this pattern, I want to see it drop all the way down. I want to see it drop more. We didn't get that opportunity here, and that's the way that works sometimes. But we did make some money, and that's good because that head and shoulders pattern, it did show us something, and it did show up. Now, we do have 2 reversal candles right here, okay, right on this trend line, this very same trend line that we had drawn quite a bit ago. I believe this trend line is lines up with some previous movement that we had in the markets. So it actually lines up with a couple of our trend lines. If I go to the daily, you're going to see the very same trend line. Okay, we're going to see that trend line that I had drawn earlier. So there's actually a convergence of 2 different trend lines here. and that bodes well for potential support. It's resistance area that will hold. We'll have to wait and see. Really, it's going to be quick. You're going to know it in a very, very short period of time and in quick fashion, because we're already at 130.94 and basically the high is 31.16, so we're just about 22 pips away from breaking the high of that reversal, that doji here, these two dojis here, and so this we'll know whether price is going to move up or it's going to move down from that point fairly easily from where we're looking at it. All right, so let's take a look at the actual FxEdge Quattro. We had a change from red to green. Okay, that was good. Okay, that gives us a buy signal, and we'll jump in on the very next bar, and this actually was a good trade. So we have 27 pips of risk, about 30 pips of risk, guys. We have an entry at 130.43, a maximum favorable excursion of 78 pips, and we hit our first take profit, and we're currently in the second position, up 53 pips, and that is where we're at as far as the FxEdge Quattro is concerned. Good job, FxEdge Quattro. Now, another conflicting signal here. We have a buy signal on the triple threat. Okay, I'm going to go there. Okay. Buy a signal on the triple threat 3x. Like I said, I feel like this is more of I think there's a very strong area of resistance at the top there. I think this is counter trend, really, to be honest with you, or counter bias, I should say. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, it could easily hit the first take profit, and we'll just have to wait and see where the market takes it from here. But that is our signal. ATR Sniper is currently flat in the market. ATR Sniper actually suffered a loss here on the sell. Price went down in our direction a bit, but then it ended up coming right back up and closing us out at break even, or closing us out for a loss here on this ATR Sniper, the last trade that we had. And so that's where we're at. We're going to be revamping stuff, guys. It's a completely different market than we had last year or even the year before. I think there's plenty of tremendous opportunities here. I just think that we have to recalibrate what we do have to be able to take advantage of them. Now, we're taking advantage of them in the Tribe Forex area. I'm talking about our automation. I'd like to really tune up our automation because so far it's been an off year for the automation. So, guys, I recommend that you be in Tribe Forex. We're actually going to let you guys come in on Thursday for the live trade room. Look out for that email. Okay, it's at 1 a.m. Eastern time, which is the European session. So all of our European clientele, try to show up for that. You're gonna love it. My trader Nino he's a really good trader, and he's going to be dealing with that in Tribe Forex. You'll see him taking some live trades. Everybody always walks out with money. I don't want to say always, but that's how it's been, it seems. And then, of course, we have the New York session, which for our U.S. clients, if you don't want to wake up for that, you can always get up at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning and come into the trade room then and trade with us there. So with that, guys, that's pretty much everything. If you want to know more about that, check your email. Make sure that we're on your white email list. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for another edition of the FxEdge Power Hour. Talk to you soon.